and what we did agree upon felt akin to finding fault in one's soul. Me being an FBI agent didn't help. I enforced the law while Michael ended up breaking them. Nothing serious, more like teenage angst, but it pushed us apart. We both knew how much we loved each other, never doubting the lengths we'd go to for one another. We just couldn't find a way to express it, get past the hurt. Under the circumstances we now faced, we were going to have to find a means to that end. "We'll be fine," I heard myself say. Emily nodded with a comforting assurance in her face that was undisputable. I turned back toward the door, hearing Michael and the others just outside, talking, low, the words indiscernible but the tone clear. There were voices of condolences, and there were tears. A soft patting of a hand on Michael's back I could only imagine. I looked back into the room, and Emily was gone. The truth is, she was never there. Cancer took her, left only to my imagination. Emily, the one that I could love no deeper, who fought to make life in a world of murderers and thieves a place of tranquil normalcy, was gone. The room suddenly felt cold and hollow. I stood and smoothed my suit jacket, pressed my tie against my white shirt, and tried to gather my composure. I opened the door. Everyone stopped talking, all eyes now drawn toward me. Lips razor tight, arms and hands fighting to find comfort. There were murmurs of sympathies and empty consolation, reverberating in the small space louder than a marching band down a packed hall. They came to Emily's funeral to pay their respects, to see her off. I marshaled the energy to somehow convey the depth of my gratitude for coming, but every word came through shuttered breaths. Once again, I placed a hand on my son's shoulder, and it was at that moment that I realized just how strong he really was. My daughter Justine, following close behind, gently touched me and began to weep behind a cotton-gloved hand. We walked together into the next room. To see Emily for the last time and to do the one thing, at least for me, that would forever be a lie. To say goodbye. Chapter 2. Monday, February 17th, 1998. 8:05 a.m. Yosemite National Forest. Sunlight reflected off a snow-covered grassy mound, causing Mariposa County Sheriff's Detective Hal Bellows to shade his eyes and squint. Winter morning. The frozen air bristled as it thawed. I've never gotten used to the cold. Assigned to the FBI office in Sacramento, I'm more inclined to warmth, Hawaiian beach warmth. It was where Emily and I spent our honeymoon. The national park is in Mariposa County, and Mariposa is part of my field office's territory, the Eastern District of California. If a crime occurs on federal land in the Central Valley, I got called. Today the sky was clear blue, but deceiving. I had been standing in the shade for no more than 15 minutes, but still found myself pulling my jacket collar higher around my neck to stave off a chill. Early this morning, Bellows called, said I should probably join him. That's how he always asked for me. You should join me. I knew by his tone this wasn't a suggestion, but a warning. It took me a couple of hours to get into the national park, with roads being closed due to the season's heavy snowfall, and roads blocked from falling boulders. By the time I made it to the crime scene, Bellows had already started his investigation. I didn't want to get in his way or interrupt his concentration, so I watched him as he stood before a small clearing that fell just outside several rows of tall evergreens, at the edge of a dense section of forest. The area was misted in cold, damp air, giving the view as though peering through gauze. There was a dirt trail spotted with frozen pools of water, suspended pine needles held in time. It snaked out from the tall, snow-covered trees from the